So you might be wondering, what's it like living on the road nomadically? You know, you're away from family, you're away from your good friends. And there's times where, sure, it can get lonely, but, you know, with technology today and the telephones, you can reach out and have those connections and kind of work over that slump of loneliness or whatever it might be. It does not happen very often to me. I've just completed 24 states. I'm halfway through the lower 48. I'm taking 3 to 4 days now to just kind of rest, collectively get my thoughts together of what I want to do for the next 24. And you know, I also have a few computer-related type things I want to finish up. Some involves some software, others is some branding and things of that nature. This right here is what I look forward to every morning, my Bully Brew coffee. Thank you, Sandy and the team at the Roastery in Grand Forks. And I get to choose my backyards. It's one of the most inspiring components of this trip is I choose where I'm going to go to sleep at night and what I'm going to wake up to in the morning. Today was just one of those brilliant mornings. So yeah, just a short little message that, you know, if you're considering going on a nomadic tour, you know, hit me up, follow me on my MA French Photography Facebook page, and you'll be able to read about the experiences that I'm having, any challenges if I run into any, and you'll get to see some of the beauty of our country and some of the beautiful people I've met along the way. That's probably been the most encouraging, satisfying, and inspiring part of this whole trip is the people that I'm meeting. It's I don't know how to put it into words. It's just fulfilling. And I will say this, and I've echoed it before, we're not nearly as divided a country as, you know, our media makes it out to be. And I would hope that if you have fears preventing you from traveling nomadically like I am, remember, I'm in an SUV with the seats taken out and a platform built, solar panel on top for my electricals. I'm self-contained, and I would just encourage you to give it a shot. Interesting side note, since I've been on this, a little over 200 days now, just about 29,000 miles, I've met more single women traveling nomadically than I have men. It's not to say that there are more women than men, it's just, for me, I met more single women doing this, and they talk about how, you know, they have to be conscious about where they're staying, you know, from a safety perspective, what neighborhoods, those types of things could be a little bit different than how I look at it, but yet they're doing it. They're not allowing fear to stop them dead in their tracks. So just a little side note there. And also the majority of them, they have jobs still that enable them to work from home. So if they can work from home, they can work from anywhere in this country, providing there's Wi-Fi services. And that's real easy too. If it's not where you're, you know, bedded down for the night, it's potentially a Starbucks or a coffee shop that offers free Wi-Fi where they can sit and do their work. It's the same thing that I'm doing here. You know, technology basically makes it a much smaller world and that, but I mean, come on. This is what I live for. It's waking up in the morning and seeing something new, being invigorated, and taking energy from that to propel me on to the next stage of my adventure. Where I sit today, it's a location. I'm on Chautauqua Lake, near Jamestown, New York, and I'm going to spend 3-4 days in the area, not necessarily at this same site, But just resting and catching up with the stuff that I need to get done before I start State 25 of Pennsylvania. And I'm certainly looking forward to that as well. So again, if you have any comments, or if you have any questions, and you're thinking about, doing some nomadic travel yourself, I'd be willing and glad to share, or answer your questions, if I can. If I haven't experienced it, I'll let you know that. But so just some off-the-cuff things that come to mind. One, most places frequently slept at night: Walmart parking lots, Cracker Barrel parking lots, rest areas, truck stops. Truck stops also have the showers, and individual residents, people I meet along the way, or friends of friends that I am connected to or put in contact with. Those are some of the best. Some other things, if you're going to do this, I would suggest getting yourself a gym membership. So I have a Planet Fitness membership, costs me about $25 a month, but I can go to any Planet Fitness in the world and have access to their facilities. So shave, shower, massages, I can exercise, do whatever I need to do to be refreshed while on the road. But that being said, I've also, in the summertime, I've also showered in lakes and streams. So nature provides so many different places that give us an opportunity to take care of our hygiene as well. I will say this: if you're going to be doing this, don't trash a place ever, whether it's a campground, a rest area, whatever. Whatever you bring in, bring out. And if there's garbage cans provided, please use those garbage cans. Let's keep it clean and respectful. One of the things from this journey that I would encourage each of the states to consider is being more receptive to nomadic travelers. Most are doing something, living out a dream or just wanting to see the country, and yet there are some communities that just place restriction on completely. And I get it, because they've found people have started to use some of their facilities and areas as campgrounds, and I get where that can be a problem. But anyway, those are just some of the tidbits so far. I've been on the West Coast, East Coast, in the center of our country. I've met some of the most beautiful people you can imagine. And I'm just halfway done with this part. And right now, I don't know that I could go back to living in a bricks and mortar type structure. I like the flexibility of being on the road and living on the road and choosing my backyards. So we'll see what happens there. I was asked the question recently of, what am I going to do when the 48 is done? Well, there's still 50 states, right? So I am going to do Alaska. I haven't decided if I'm driving there or we'll fly and just rent a vehicle while I'm there. And then from there, Hawaii and finish the 50. And then I plan to write a book. And once the book is done, and it's going to be a book about my experiences, my travels, but I'm also going to be putting a lot of information in terms of things that would be helpful to someone considering nomadic travels, because I want to encourage and inspire others who have this dream to go after it, to go do it, and try to eliminate or minimize some of the fears that you might currently have. So so I just wanted to share a brief summary, if you will, of what I'm experiencing. And you never really feel too far away from home, because you're a phone call away from your friends and family. And I reach out often and they reach out to me, which is very comforting, especially if you find yourself in a place where it's really quiet and and you allow yourself to kind of get into your head a little bit, and maybe your heart, and you start missing things. But I always find a way to bring it back to normal and get me back on course. One of my favorite learnings, and I've shared this in a previous video, a play on words, have and get. Have to me implies that it might be hard, difficult, or even negative in nature. I have to do this, I have to do that. And what I found is that when I run into those times and get frustrated or, feel a little anxious, I change the word have and I put get in there. I get to go through this. I get to sit in this traffic jam. I get to travel in heavy congested traffic. I get to, regardless of what it is. And what I find is that it changes my mindset in such a way that I start noticing the things around me, whereas when I have to do it, I might just be hold onto that steering wheel tight and trying to just navigate through something. Now with get, I am aware of my surroundings more, and I feel like I'm not missing things. As a matter of fact, I'm given new opportunity to see things in a different light. So yeah, just something to consider. And it's not just for being on the road here, it's anything that we have in life. I get to sounds so much better than, and much easier than I have to. That's what I'm gonna leave you with today. This is Frenchie, and I'll see if I can maybe do this every Sunday and start my YouTube channel on the right foot from this day forward. So, all right, have a great day. And by the way, if you're looking for a great coffee, get a hold of some Bully Brew coffee out of Grand Forks, North Dakota. Go on to bullybrewcoffeehouse.com. You'll be glad that you did. Have a great day.